we're back. So, kicking off the NFL Week 1. Um, Before we get into the games, like in-depth and individual games, just overall, in general, looking at the NFL, what did you guys think as far as the product you saw on the field? I know every year we usually go through like, oh, it's not good, the games are whack, this and that, but so at least surprisingly to me, it was pretty good. I liked it. It was good games, man.
No, I think they shouldn't have preseason at all anymore. I mean, we thought there were going to be a lot of I'm just kidding about that, but I thought it was going to be a lot of sloppy plays, defense missing tackles and stuff, but Tina's right. It was, I mean, at least right. We had an amazing slate of games. Yeah. A lot of close games, a lot of heartbreaks and oh no's, if anybody knows. Yeah, so there was a lot of oh no's in there. Bad beats, but it was a good week, and I guess maybe we were just excited too. It's like when you're really hungry, it doesn't matter what you're eating, it tastes good. But it was good games. They were good games though.
Yeah, I gotta agree. A couple surprises in there. Just call me the predictor over here because I predicted a couple things. See our last podcast. Shout out Tom Brady. Shout out Mitchell Trubisky. Nah, man, I really like the product that we saw on the field. I wouldn't agree. No preseason games, or maybe should shorten preseason. To be honest,
I think they are right. That's why they extended it.
I'm not sure
because I think they extended the playoff teams.
Yeah, I think shortening preseason would be nice. Give the players more time just together in training camp because what we saw out there was awesome for a game one. I think it was one of the best first weeks that we've had in a while. So, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, the games are definitely good. You look like you're already like in mid-season, but the one thing I kind of noticed was like how fragile like a lot of these players were. Mm-hmm. I think like the whole skipping training camp and preseason, all those like soft tissue injuries and everything. So, like, even for this week, a lot of people are out, like, big names. Everyone's trying to pick up, like, the replacements on fantasy and everything.
Word.
Blake Snell, you better start playing, boy.
Thomas, Kittle's questionable. Le'Veon Bell's back on IR. Like, that's just a couple.
Yeah, hamstring injury.
Yeah, a lot of people is going out, like, dropping like flies. But, how about we go over our picks of last week, the main games. We could kick it off with the Rams and Cowboys. So obviously the big topic was that a pass interference? Personally, I say no. I thought they were just hand fighting, but it seems like the rules kind of different this year. I saw something similar like that in the Giants-Steelers game, where I think it was Evan Ingram. Yeah. He extended a little bit, and they called it, which is surprising. In this league, it's an offensive league, and it's usually the other way around. But that was interesting. What do you guys think?
I think the Rams got a lot of calls. If you think about that Saints game where the Saints didn't get that call on that PI, right? That was a big call, right? Yeah. And now this big game against the Cowboys, they get some random pass interference call for Jalen Ramsey pretty much doing an Oscar-winning backwards flop.
Oh, yeah.
That was not a pass interference, Michael Gallup, at all. I think that was a really good dime by Dak in a really, really clutch moment. And I think that the league just stole that from him. I don't know if it's the Rams jerseys. I don't know what it is.
Oh, they're horrendous.
I have no idea that the refs are just like, I don't want to see this anymore. So get these guys off the field. Pass interference. I don't know what it is. But that was definitely not a pass interference by Gallup, and Ramsey got paid to be an actor, and he sold it.
Hollywood money.
He got paid like an actor too.
Hollywood money.
Hollywood money, baby. So shout out to you, actor Ramsey, and well done.
I mean, it's the Cowboys, right? It's the Cowboys. I hate them, but I agree. That was not a pass interference. Right. And to call that at that crucial moment of the game, if it's the second quarter, you know what I mean? You just want to get the tempo of the game. The refs want to kind of put their authority in the game, but that was a bad call overall. Mm-hmm. I thought they're really going to win, but it was a sloppy game. But it was a good game, but it was a sloppy game. Yeah. For those two offenses, those things, that was one of the games that by the end, I was kind of getting bored of that game, honestly, just because it was slow pace. But it's the Cowboys. They do this. When I picked them to win, they're obviously going to go the opposite way. So I'm going to pick them to win every week. But, yeah, I mean, they looked I don't know, man. They need to get it together if they want to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I don't know about that. They just lost their linebacker for a few weeks
and
their tight end. So they're not looking too hot, but I think they might get it together. Mike McCarthy's a good coach. Moving on to the Bucks and Saints game. As I predicted, I thought that the Bucks, they were gonna come out a little slow. I don't expect them to be hot until week 3, week 4. Obviously, we'll talk about the matchup coming up next week. But I don't know. Tom Brady looked good, not great. I mean, you saw they still got to work out the kinks. That's all it was. And I think that game got a little too much hype after it because Tom this and Tom that. So I don't know.
I actually don't like what Bruce Arians did.
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think that was necessary to call timeout in that moment.
Right.
And I think, as a Patriots fan, I think that might be where Tom Brady kind of gets his shock value, right? Yeah. Like Bill Belichick wouldn't have done that to him.
I don't think he ever called him out in public.
Does Bill Belichick talk? I mean, he says 2 words, 3 words, exactly. Regardless of the question.
But a lot of that, right, is to continue to keep the locker room's issues and problems in the locker room.
Right.
Bruce Arians brought that to the fans. Mm-hmm. He brought that in front of the people to say, well, Tom was wrong on that throw, and Tom did this on that throw, and that's not the same Tom that we see in practice. Like, if he's a legendary quarterback, there's no need for you to air that out, right?
But if you want to, like, really quickly, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that too, the big no-no, but really quickly to interject. What if Tom wanted that to happen to show the team that, like, we could, no matter who you are, like, I think this conversation definitely happened. I think this is something, how we talked about in the Patriots, that nobody was above the law. What if Tom was like, you know what? Call me out so the team knows that no matter who you are in this team, everybody's the same. Because that was really weird, right? That conversation, I feel like, could have happened because it just was so odd from such a coach to come out. It's not a rookie coach, right? I think that conversation might have happened. I really think that might have happened to just put everybody on notice because there's a lot of stars in that team right now, right? A lot of egos. What if Tom, to said leadership, was like, you know what, call me out so the team knows nobody's above the team.
Yeah, but Tom could have done that, not to interject, but Tom could have also done that on his own, though, right?
But it doesn't sound the same when it's about your coach, right? If you're buying into the team, you're buying into the system, it starts with the coach regardless, right? What if they're trying to build that new kind of character of the team? Like, nobody's above the team. Like Mike Evans, some years, he's been talking about how he needs to get the ball. Like, I think there's a lot of stars. It's out of the left 100%. But there is a possibility.
Patriots like culture over.
Not culture, but just like everybody's accountable kind of thing.
But Bruce Arians been calling out Winston like the past.
Oh yeah, maybe
years.
okay,
right,
all right,
so,
yeah, okay. Like, but I thought maybe
that history of doing
he has a history of calling out.
You're right
about calling out players, and most of the times it backfires. So to me, right, I understand your point. I'm not trying to sit here and discredit what you're trying to say in that space, but at the same time, if you really kind of dig deep and look at it, Bill Belichick is a coach too. He never did that to anybody, and people still felt like that they were never above the team. That's because the culture is built in the locker room, not in front of the press.
No, I understand that.
Like,
yeah.
The family shouldn't feud in front of everybody, right? The family feuds in the house.
Even when they signed Leonard Fournette, they asked Arians, what are you gonna do with him? He's like, he's a good player. Like, I'll find something to do with him. It's not like he didn't say like we needed Fournette to be a piece. He was just like,
no. I mean, I think he was completely wrong for doing it too. I think there is a possibility that can happen.
He just has that history. So
yeah, the history is. I get it. The history can. Sorry, I didn't.
And that's all right. And I think in that moment, not to kind of end my segment of it, I think that's the moment that's going to shock Tom Brady and being outside of that Patriot culture. Because that never happened to him in college. He wasn't great enough in Michigan to do that, right? Then he went to Bill. Bill was a quiet coach that would just ream you in front of the family on the field.
Right.
And the press would know, but no one knows what's being said. And now he goes to this guy where he's like, yo, you're my boy, you're my buddy. Like, we're going to be so good together. And then he's like, Oh yeah, like Tom did a terrible job at that. And he had 2 bad
Regardless,
runs,
though,
and, like,
that Saints defense was ready for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. So I guess I'll look at the other way too. I mean, the Bucks are just coming together and everything. The Saints didn't look that great to me either. I mean, they gave the Bucks so many chances. They were stuck at 24 for a long time. I felt like any moment the Bucks were gonna come back. I mean, in the end, in garbage time, it was kind of a blowout and everything. But I think Drew Brees didn't look good. I think he looked like a 41-year-old quarterback. But the Saints are the Saints. You know, they're going to get it together. I'm not saying in any stretch of imagination, but in that game, I thought they gave the Bucks a lot of chance to come back in that game, and they didn't look that great on offense either. Their defense looked amazing.
Okay.
Their defense looks amazing.
Down.
No, I'm talking about the offense. I'm talking about, Drew Brees. I think Tyson Hill kind of took some pressure off with that throw to Kamara and all that. That Wildcat kind of like hid his mistakes a little bit. But Drew Brees is Drew Brees. We're not going to count him out, obviously. And Brady, honestly, is Brady till he really has 3, 4, 5 games like this. We're not going to count him out. He's going to be in that, and that offense is loaded. But their defense looked great, like we talked about in the first week. That Bucks defense looked scary too. Honestly, how fast they were, line to line. I mean, in the end, their offense didn't help with the 2 picks, the short field. They got gassed a little bit in the end, which gave up those big plays, and it kind of looked like a blowout. But I thought in the beginning they were playing amazing against that Saints offense.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see this team come like week 10, 11 when they have time together. Real quick on your take, the only reason I wouldn't see Tom doing what he did is then he will kind of look hypocritical. And I'll say this, why? Because isn't that the reason why you left, Bill? Because you got tired of calling out? I mean, as far as his wife said, like, why is this guy always calling out my husband? So, I mean, can it be true? Yes, I could see that. But, again, I think Bruce Arians was wrong.
No, I think
he was wrong
the
for
best
that.
point, I think I take it back is because Mo said he does have that history too. So,
yeah, but you can't call out Tom. Like,
Yeah,
if I'm
can't.
Tom, I'm like, yo, I got 6 rings. What do you got?
Yeah, like what you talking about? Why are you talking about me like that?
I swear, like, what have you done?
Look up into Mount Rushmore. Catch me.
So, moving on to this couple of the upsets real quick because I want to get into week 2. Bears and Lions. What the heck happened?
Mitchell Trubisky!
What happened? Go ahead, guys. Just go with it. I don't want to hear your guys'
Somebody
take.
else go.
Honestly, I just stopped watching, and then I saw the Bears won. I was like, what?
Guys, Trubisky, 3 touchdowns in the 4th. Joe Montana so went into him. I don't know. But, oh my God. Oh my God. He did, but there was no reason for them to be at that point.
Yeah.
There was no reason. If you just played decent football, you could have just ran out of the clock at that point. You let Trubisky throw 3 touchdowns on you.
Shame on you.
There's shame on you, honestly. So they cost me in many ways. So I don't even want to talk about the Detroit Lions.
Go back to our previous podcast and listen to Mike's prediction about Mitchell Trubisky and how well he'll do and why Nick Folk is still on the bench. And that goes done for my take.
Washington Eagles. That's another game. What the Eagles? I thought they were gonna win that. I thought they were gonna smack them around, which they did in the beginning. And now apparently Dwayne Haskins, as Ron Rivera was getting an IV, he gave a rah-rah speech, and these guys came out and bawled, man.
Listen, when your coach is getting cancer treatment in halftime in another room, I think it fires a team up or what.
Thanks.
But, oh my God, Eagles, come on. Like, that was just... If this goes on a couple of games, I think they're going to fire the coach in the middle of the season because this is going on for too long. That team, you're wasting Wentz. And Wentz played horrible too, but just overall, that was just like we were laughing, right? How you going to lose to a team without a name? We joke, right? We all laughed in this right here, this circle right here. We all laughed, but that was just brutal of a game to watch in the end.
I think the Eagles and Cowboys low-key have this competition. We could just blow it more. it's just like 3. Ever since the Eagles won the Super Bowl, ever since then, it's just Cowboys-Eagles.
Yeah.
Let's see who can blow it more.
That's true. How good does Russell Wilson look, guys?
Oh, God.
I mean, when is this brother going to win an MVP?
That's like a whole hour talk. Let's go.
He looks so good. This guy, I think he throws one of the most beautiful deep balls, like
Granted,
right
it
on
was
the money.
The Falcons secondary, but still.
But still, he was just.
MVP.
But he's doing that for years now, right?
know.
I think he's the new Breeze. With his size, we always try to compare, right? But with more speed, his legs are his biggest attributes when he came in. But now that throwing, like Ali said, that throw, like he's on point. Those deep balls.
pinpoint,
I
bro.
mean, DJ Metcalf, like I hate you forever, bro, because you cost me my fantasy league this week with that fourth down. I mean, you know what I mean? But beautiful throw. Russell Wilson needs to get his dues. I mean, we already know he's great, but we definitely need to talk about him being top 3 in the league right now, honestly. Yeah, shout out to Russell
honestly,
Wilson.
he might be the best quarterback in the league right now. I'm sorry, like Tom's on Tampa right now.
Ah, you got Mahomes, man. I mean, Mr.
no,
Mahomes.
But I could see your point because he's working with less than what
and
Mahomes has.
Look, let's just think about it, right? And I was watching this on ESPN, and you think about it, how they played against Atlanta. That was different play calling that they had in Atlanta. That wasn't like Tyler Lockett and you have like these two like small speedsters. Yeah. That was like, I got 2 good running backs in my backfield. I have a running quarterback and I have a really good big wide receiver. I'm gonna let you play call the plays. Like, you are the quarterback. I don't even need to do anything. Figure it out. And Russell Wilson lit Atlanta up. He lit them up. He lit them on fire that game, bro. And it's kind of like when you watch him, you're like, you're just gonna do this all season. Like, you're just gonna do this. Like, this isn't gonna stop.
That division's gonna be good.
This isn't gonna stop. And you feel the same about Mahomes. I'm not saying that you don't.
Yeah, no, I really I like Wilson. Like I said, top 3, but just watching Mahomes talent wise, what he has, and this is guys, we forget this is his only 3rd year. I mean, the kid's doing this MVP first year, and I mean 2nd year in the league technically, but first year playing because he sat the first year. And the 2nd year he was 1 play away from the Patriots game to basically win 2 Super Bowls back to back. And Kansas City was good, but were they this good? No, I don't think so.
Different offenses too, right?
I get it, but talent-wise...
Pete Carroll just runs the ball to death, and like, I don't know what's the reason why you don't let Wilson sling it? Maybe he knows something we don't know.
Because the last time
until Atlanta, until week 1 this week, Russell was throwing the ball around all game, and he lit him up.
I know, but previous to this...
Yeah.
That's the thing with Wilson and Mahomes. I think they're 1A and 1B out of the pocket as, like, quarterbacks go. When they're out of the pocket, like, that play is not dead. Like,
oh, no. I mean, they're running around, but I just pure talent-wise, and with what they're doing, I would take, obviously, Mahomes' talent, the way he throws the ball, sidearm, left leg, right leg, I mean, in his behind the back. I mean, I just think the kid is special.
Yeah,
and they're both baseball players too.
Yeah. And so is
Murray.
And speaking of Murray, how good does he look?
Let's go.
Let's go Cardinals, baby.
Good,
beat
bro.
the 49ers.
That was my only bright spot in fantasy this week, is picking him up. The kid is special, right? He's special. I mean,
you got
but you give him that one weapon. We're talking about the best defense last year. He ran a 24-yarder on the best defense right down he just ran it right into a touchdown. And he's gonna be special too. I think another year we're talking about MVP, but
Thank
even
God
this
he
year,
didn't go baseball, man.
but this year I hope I think he's gonna be that X factor as quarterbacks goes. If that team really gets it together, that line stays a little bit even healthy, because he did what he did last year with a horrendous line. So if that even gets a little better, the kid's gonna be special too.
Niners might be done this year, man. It's not. I don't see I'm not trying to count him out, but Kittle's hurt right now, right?
Right.
All they really need, which I don't wish this upon anybody, I knock on wood to even say this, but if Bosa gets hurt or someone on that defense gets hurt, that team was
Sherman's on IR.
Yeah, Sherman is on IR. That just happened today, right?
Yeah.
So they're maybe one more injury away, and that defense is in shambles.
Yeah.
And they lost one of the best, top 5, probably top 2 tight ends in the league right now.
Yeah.
So it's a lot to lose. And
speaking of young quarterbacks, how does Joe Burrow look, man? Like, that kid, he marched the team down. The dude, I don't know what he did. He went to go kick it, pull a hammy, whatever he did, but he messed that up to prevent them from going to overtime. So I expect good things from Bengals this year. You know, a lot of people who trashed Joe Burrow, they said, "Oh, that's overrated because of the LSU weapons that he had." But he came out and showed out.
But he has good weapons in Cincinnati too, I think, right? You got AJ Green coming back with a full year of rest. You got Mixon in the backfield. You got Boyd on the other side. So I think he has a good offense. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time. It's going to be rookie kind of growing pains. But he did look good he's a winner, right? That's what sometimes you need a winner. Those fourth quarter drives, that drive was amazing. Really showed his heart. First week in the NFL, bright lights, and you drive your team right down the field. I think shows a heart of a champion, basically, in which he was last year.
Yeah.
They're going to look good, but it's going to be growing pains.
I like that on his touchdown run, you see him kind of like pause behind his lineman so he can set up that block for him. So that play right there showed me a little maturity instead of him just trying to outrun the defender into the end zone.
Slow heart rate.
Yeah, he has the mind and everything down. It's just the experience needs to get there.
Yeah, I think the mind is the most important part of a rookie quarterback, man. I mean, Joe Burrow, he showed that at LSU, right? He was a transfer all over the place, and he really had one full season on the team, and he comes into the Bengals and shows that with the right pieces, like they might have a really contending team in that division. So, shout out to Cincinnati and shout out to Joe Burrow, man. Keep it up, keep up and up. That's all you can do, and in the position he's in right now.
Staying on the topics of quarterbacks, right? Just a few more, and then we're gonna move on to our week 2 preview. Aaron Rodgers
is a bad man.
Yeah.
This guy, he was like, all right.
Who's counting me out again?
Oh, who you guys drafted first round? All right.
Who's Jordan Love? Who you love?
But yeah, the brother could ball, man. He's a baller. This guy, I always am in awe when I see him throw the football.
Yeah, we counted him out on our picks.
Yeah, for sure.
Not me.
Not you.
Shout out to Devontae Adams, man, too. He's really holding him down. It's just...
Yeah, is he the number 1 receiver right now?
Devontae? I think so.
I think because of the quarterback he has that he's playing
But
with.
everyone you see that talks about him says he's the best route runner in the NFL.
I mean, again, he is amazing, but if you got Aaron Rodgers throwing you the ball, it doesn't hurt either. But yeah, that I think puts him right on top. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, yeah.
Slinging it.
I have a question for you as you say that. If I told you that the Chiefs could get Devontae Adams, how would you feel? Would you feel like, oh my God, Mahomes just got this super weapon? Or would you feel like, oh yeah, Mahomes going to make Devontae Adams?
Nah, you got a super weapon.
Okay, but you're not telling me he's going to play with Sam Darnold. You know what I'm saying? You're telling me he's going from Aaron Rodgers to Patrick Mahomes. He's still playing with a great quarterback. No, but I'm saying...
When I watch him run routes, I shed a tear.
Listen, don't get me wrong. He is amazing, but number 1, I mean, there are a lot like Julio to me. If he's playing with Aaron Rodgers, do you think he would be the number 1 wide receiver in the league right now? Like, I think there are good ones out there. Devontae Adams definitely up there, but to me, I think Julio and Thomas, even though he's hurt right now, but Thomas and Julio, I think, take a little step ahead overall as a player. Because we're reacting over one game, right? Like last year, it wasn't even a conversation of him being number 1. He was top 5, but he was a number 1 in any stretch of the imagination. So it was one game. He had an amazing game. He balled out. But I still see Julio and Thomas on top of him.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to debate right now who's really on top. And these guys are all amazing, to be honest. But yeah, Devontae, he's just been on fire, man. These past couple of years, he's been putting in the work. And finally, Cam Newton.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Number 1.
I knew the Patriots would
want to know. It takes one game at a time.
But so tell me, I went in because I was thinking about you guys. What did you take out of that game? Real quick for me, I expected handoff, and they did what they said they were going to do. They're going to use Cam and run. That's something, obviously, it's not a knock on Brady, but he can run, so they utilize Cam's his talents to his best of advantage. So I want to know what you guys think, how the Patriots look. Is this a team that you have high hopes for?
Unfortunately, we are no longer tanking for Trevor after watching. Yeah, that hot take is over. I don't know, man. I mean, it looks like Josh McDaniels gave us a dosage of the watered down version of the expanded playbook that exists in New England, which is the scariest part of that. Because inside of the RPO, there's a lot of packages that can be run. And I think that there's a whole host of them that as we go up against better teams, is going to come out. And I think that the playbook can now be engineered against the team that you're going to play instead of engineered for the quarterback that has the ball.
Okay.
So when you looked at Cam, he had those snap throws, right? Yeah. He had the two-step drop. He had the run on the RPO. So if you just have Sony Michel, if you have, we usually do running back by committee. That's the perfect way for RPOs to work. Because if you put any three of the running backs in the backfield, it's automatically a threat to run. And now Cam himself is automatically a threat to run. And it's just different play calls than what they had in Carolina. It's just different. Josh McDaniels is an offensive genius. We all know that. Right? He's been up for head coaching jobs. He's done a fantastic job with Tom Brady. He did an even greater job, I think, personally, with Cam Newton. And the biggest reason why I say the Patriots will not tank for Trevor any longer, we're going to make it to the playoffs, I think, is when he sat down next to Josh McDaniels and they gave each other a dab.
Oh, the dab. That's what did it.
That's a shining moment.
But it sounds like really stupid, right? But you have to think about this guy. This is Cam Newton's first year.
Yeah.
And Bill Belichick kept saying it. I really enjoy being around this guy. The energy that he brings to our team is different. And when he sat there and used explicitives with the offensive coordinator and gave him a dap, and the offense coordinator was like, yeah.
Right.
That shows the confidence that team is going to have. And a lot of people are saying, oh, what happens if the Patriots are down? That might happen. And I think that the energy stays the same. It's like, yo, Josh, we're going to go get these guys, right?
Yeah.
And Josh going to be like, yeah, I got something for you. Let's go run that play that we talked about for 2 weeks ago that we was going to run. And they could score a touchdown, right? Yeah. So it's just those moments that I see that the Patriots can do. I think we're going to make the playoffs. That might be a little bit of a hot take. Yeah. But I think that moment, seeing that on TV, surprised me. And I think that that's kind of like a thing that goes unnoticed. Like Michael Porter Jr.'s interview kind of goes unnoticed now because it gets drowned out by everything else. But if they were losing, right, that would have probably been talked about because that would have been the highlight. Oh, let's watch everything that Cam Newton did.
Of course.
In that moment, let's talk about it. Now it's like, oh, well, Bill Belichick did a great job, and Cam Newton and Josh McDaniels are doing really good. And look at the Patriots, and Cam Newton's running. He might get injured. Like, that's what's being talked about, right? Only because we won. So now there's kind of hate on that, where if we lost, I'm like, oh, Josh McDaniels and Cam Newton have a really great rapport. Things just kind of get different depending on the situation. But, yeah.
Honestly, the takeaway I got, most words came into my ear where he said they're going to kind of open the playbook, and as the season goes along, extend that. There's great things to take away from this game, honestly, just not the win itself, but I think Cam got a little bit big when he came out more than the coach, Ron Rivera, and I think he wanted to run the show and it was about him. I think he got a dose of reality this year when nobody was really going after Cam. Yeah. Right. And now you go to a team where you have a Hall of Fame, arguably the best head coach in the history of the game. Yeah. You're going to go in there and you're going to work, right? You're going to prove that now it falls on me. Like, the coach is already great, so I got to prove myself, right? So I think that took really for him to really grind. He has talent, guys. I mean, he's 6-something, 200-something pounds. He can run. That. He got an arm. And one thing we always talk about is Bill Belichick getting the best out of his players, doing the more with little. So I think it's going to be interesting. Playoffs is certainly conversation because the division and we play in, so there's a possibility. But they just look good. I mean, Josh McDaniels is going to be the future head coach, I believe, if Belichick ever leaves. That's why he hasn't taken a head coach job. Everybody knows he's a genius. And it's going to really allow him to open up maybe plays like you talked about that he hasn't opened up with Brady, and really extend and really use Cam to his best of abilities. And maybe imagine if we see a better Cam than we have that would be scary, right? That would
He's still young.
He's still young.
That's a good
So
point.
if there's unlocking to do with his talent, I think he's in the best situation. I think it's a time where Belichick kept saying he's here to learn, he's working hard. I like being with him. Maybe Cam went in there with full focus of I'm gonna reinvent myself. I'm gonna be back to where I want to be. He's a young quarterback. If he catches that fire again, and if he can fix the little things and he was hurt, guys. Cam didn't go away because of his play. He got hurt and all that.
He played through a lot of it.
They're going to be scary if he plays because they do have weapons, and that defense, even if after losing so much, they still play great. And you still have the best corner in the game in the backfield that can shut down any number one.
Gilmore Island, baby.
Sunday morning, right? I'm making my coffee, whatever, getting ready and stuff, and I get a notification. Patriots are exploring trades for Stephon Gilmore. And I'm like...
Yeah.
Like, right before the game, I
That's
get that
weird.
notification that they're exploring trades.
Because they gave him a $5 million raise. That's weird.
Defensive player of the year. So I'm like, maybe they are in tank mode. Then seeing that game and everything, I'm like, do they still like explore trades?
Yeah, if they get like 3 first-round picks.
Oh, yeah. Bill Belichick don't care. He'd trade his mama if he asked.
Yeah, if he gets 3 first-round
Wait,
picks,
that's not a good
ship him
joke 'cause
out.
His mom just died.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, my bad. R.I.P.
My bad. R.I.P.
We'll cut that
Yeah,
out.
but
Just in
honestly,
case somebody sees that.
if he's getting at least 2 first-round picks, ship him out. As a
Yeah.
Patriot fan, ship him out.
You think so?
If you're getting 2
I gotta
first-round
Defense
picks,
is not the same. With
I can't I have to disagree with that because Dante and Chung and all them come back and we still got Stephon. There's no better corner in the game.
no, I 100% agree. But for 2 first-round picks, I think what Bill can do with picks and the way he plays the defense, I think, yes, Bill's defense always works better when he has a shutdown corner. He does a lot of different things. But 2 first-round picks, come on.
But here's the,
Gilmore's so
in the middle of
young.
the season, like.
But you guys,
I see him doing
you
that.
guys see Patriots as winning the Super Bowl this year, guys? Do you
No.
see them next year with
No, but
Mahomes
do
and
you ever think they're like not trying to win?
No, they're gonna try to win, but in the same time, Bill, he's gonna think about the future as well, right? If you're getting 2 first-round picks and you can build on this team, he would do it. He has to go against Lamar, Mahomes. There's great teams in the league right now
That's why
to
you need
keep up with
Gilmore,
them.
though.
But to keep up with them, but you still need more than just Gilmore. They need a lot of pieces on
See,
defense.
with
We lost a
football-
lot.
okay, what if I tell you this? They get OBJ. And then another one.
For Gilmore?
No.
No.
They get an OBJ separate from Gilmore.
Oh, okay.
And they get another good wide receiver. Does that help their chances?
Then I wouldn't trade him. Yes, if you're
So
gonna
that's
go,
a
if you're gonna show me,
possibility. Right now they're
if
saying
Bill's,
that like
Yeah,
a lot of
Browns are
people.
trying to trade
if
OBJ,
Bill
apparently.
really goes out there and gets pieces showing me that he's going for it, because guys, there are scary
gonna show
teams.
you, though.
They're not better than
He's gonna do it.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
They're not better than Baltimore. They're not better. You guys forget we just beat the Dolphins and we're this happy.
No,
And the thing is changing.
obviously.
But it was the Dolphins and the Dolphins defense, right? And he still like. Cam played amazing, but he was 15 for 19. He threw for 19 times. That offense still didn't score a lot of runs. We won by a touchdown, So as far as that goes, but like I'm saying, if somebody's offering you 2 first-round picks, the status where we are and where the league is, I would personally take it to build on my team rather than...
I would take it, but not for next year's. If they could get future, because next year, how they scout.
That's why I want 2. At least
scouting is
2.
ridiculous.
At least 2, and then probably a second or a third. I mean,
No,
I want a king's ransom.
Unless I'm in the
100%.
Unless I'm in a spot where I'm getting Fields right now with the
I was just about to
talent
say
in the
that. I was
NCAA,
about to say
I'm
that.
not looking to trade. And I just read the article. It was this offseason for financial flexibility, but I just can't.
They restructured it. He's not going nowhere.
That's what I'm
guys.
saying. Like I can see us being like, look, man, we have to do this because of this situation, and then being mad real about it. Like, we need a little bit of money off that deal. Like, can we try to work this out? If we have a good season this season.
But like I said, if you give me 3 first-round, 2 first-round picks, I would think about it. If I'm the Patriots, I'm sorry, I'm
course.
thinking about it.
But yeah, anyways, moving forward because we could talk about that all day.
yeah.
We even missed out another upset, the Colts and Jags. Man, we missed that one.
Rivers.
Gardner Minshew.
Phillip
Colts.
Rivers.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Washington
Colts.
State Cougars, baby. Yeah.
Gardner Minshew, look at
I
this
think
guy.
that was the biggest upset to me, honestly, because Colts we really had high hopes for, right? I
Yeah.
mean, that was you lose to the Jaguars
Same
team that
Rivers.
is
Danny
tanking,
Rivers.
literally came out and said we're tanking.
Yeah.
At least Washington has a young quarterback. They're trying to get him some wins.
Yeah.
All those other games, but come on, Colts, embarrassing. Get it together.
Wasn't he like 19 for 20 with 172 yards and 3 touchdowns, Gardner Minshew?
He was out of his mind.
That was embarrassing.
It was
Leonard
embarrassing.
Fournette, I finally got a real quarterback who loses game 1.
Nice. The story of their life. Anyways, moving on to week 2. Let's talk about a Thursday night game by 2 okay teams, but it's kind of big because they're in division, the Bengals and Browns.
Let's go, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow beats Baker Mayfield.
Battle of the Heisman winners.
Battle of the Heisman winners.
Is it though?
Nah.
Well, I mean,
Technically,
they are
but-
Heisman
yeah,
winners,
but
sure.
but
I think in this one, and by the way, quickly, we have our pick segments. We do our picks, and if you're not following us, follow us on Instagram, GSR Podcast. We release our picks, and this year, I think what we're gonna do is at the end of the year, whoever has the lowest win record, we'll do like
fun little punishment.
yeah, like a fun little punishment. So if you guys
I'm
want to,
opting out.
if you guys want, yeah, right. If you guys want to
That's
get,
loser talk.
Loser talk.
we don't know what the punishment is, but if you guys have any ideas,
Yes.
drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear your feedback. So somewhere in this video, I'll post a record.
Yeah, and let's keep it those punishments
Safe.
Yeah, safe and clean, and like let's
Yeah.
not go crazy, guys.
So, anyways, back to the Bengals Browns. To be honest, the way that Browns got embarrassed by the Ravens, I mean, we all expected them to lose, but like that, come on. And the Browns they're loaded on offense. They have a good offense.
How
Yeah,
long
and
have
their
we been
defense.
saying this though?
Correct.
Every year, right?
But I think
Every
Sorry,
year.
it's every year, right?
I think Kevin Stefanski is a better coach than Freddie Kitchens was last year. So I think they'll get it together. I have the Browns. Freddie Kitchens. And I think I got the Browns winning. They're favored by 6 in this game.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I cannot believe in Baker Mayfield any longer. I can't believe in Odell Beckham any longer. I can't believe in Jarvis Landry any longer. David Njoku any longer.
He's
Kareem
out.
Hunt
He's out
any
this
longer. Like, there has to come a point with a team where you just say, like, yo, man, we suck. Like, we're not going to talk
Mike's face
anymore.
right now is exactly
Like,
Brown's face right now. Every
man,
Brown's face.
They are just so bad.
Yes.
Like, I know the Ravens are good, but come on, man. Like, your offense just looks horrendous. And your defense, like,
Yeah.
I might be able to run a route. Like, god damn, come on, man.
I don't know. I think I mean they have to win, right? I mean, to me, they have to win. As much as we like Burrow, they are still a young team. You got a first-year quarterback. We were talking about championship, some craziness last year when they got all the pieces together. I mean, there was a lot of hype around the Browns, right? And they got smacked in the mouth and they never got out, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, they have to win this week. I see them winning.
Yeah.
They have to win. Odell, I mean, that was a worst trade. I mean, if anybody didn't think Eli was a Hall of Famer after you see after what happened to Odell after Eli left him,
Yo.
he's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he is regardless, but you know, for all you haters, because where's Odell? What happened? He left his talent on the boat that year and never
yeah,
came back
Left
from
it in
Miami.
that Cowboys game with those 2 fingers. Sold his soul for that catch.
I mean, they need to get it together. That's simple as that. Like Mike
Yeah.
said, you need to get it together.
Yeah, I got the Browns too, just because. Wake them.
You have to.
Let's go,
No.
Bengals.
I think, yeah. Come on, Browns. And then get it together. Giants, Bears.
Giants.
Giants.
Yeah, I got
Giants.
Oh, man, do I want to be right. Yeah, Giants, bro. You got to wake up.
I still don't believe in Trubisky. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what...
They played
I'm
really
sorry.
well, though.
They did. They did. I mean, Joe Judge, I think, did a great job. That team played hard. I mean, if you
They
were going
did.
to take any good takeaways, I'm not a Giant fan, but I'm not a Giant hater either. Even as a Patriots losing 2 Super Bowls, I still don't hate the Giants. They played really good. I thought the team looked good. I mean, Slater, right? Come on.
Slayton?
Yeah, Slayton. Come on, I told you guys, like, he's gonna be
solid,
good.
bro.
He played really good. I think you still got Tate coming back. He was missing last game. I mean, come on.
Evan Ingram
Saquon
wake
Barkley is
up, though.
never gonna have a game where he touches the ball 14 times and only has 7-yard rushing. Even though that Bear defense is amazing,
Yeah,
I still think
defense is
I think they're gonna have a good game and win this week.
Similar like you, I don't trust Mitchell Trubisky until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
We'll see. 49ers, Jets. That's the easy one. Come on. Do we skip
Yeah.
Niners.
Jets looked horrible. They need to fire the coach
Nah,
ASAP.
but yo, they got Frank Gore, man.
Yo, Adam Gates needs to
Bro,
be shown the gate really quick.
40-year-old dude still run. Oh, forget that.
Yeah,
All right,
it was-
49, obviously. Falcons, Cowboys.
Oh man.
Cowboys, if they start 0-2, guys, if Cowboys start 0-2.
Just because I really want Dak to get paid, let's go Cowboys on that.
Screw the Cowboys.
Can we all just
Sorry,
remember
my
something
language.
about GSR podcast right now? If I am in this seat and I ever pick the Cowboys, it's only because I appreciate Dak Prescott. I think the Cowboys suck. I'm going to say that right now. I just really like the person that Dak is. I like that he admitted, that he's going through some mental health issues,
Right.
and he was a really honest man about that. And I want the guy to get paid. So I'm going to probably pick the Cowboys almost every time unless they're really outmatched, just because I want Dak to win. So, yeah.
I don't know.
Where are they going to go if they don't pay him, though? Your team is ready for a Super Bowl. Is anybody going to give you a quarterback?
He's going to go somewhere else. And go
Oh, no, I'm
win
saying the
somewhere else.
Cowboys. I'm saying the Cowboys. They have no choice. I mean,
Yeah.
it's sad that they haven't paid him.
You just have too many weapons to not beat that Falcons team.
Yeah.
Right, but Falcons got weapons too, bro.
Yeah, it's about the defense,
true.
and their Cowboys defense look weak.
So it's going to be interesting. I think I might go Falcons with that one. Lions, Packers.
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 Yeah, another easy one. Packers.
Packers sent Trubisky packing back home. Let's look at that.
I mean, the Lions, man. You gave Trubisky 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. You're losing every game. You're going 0-16.
Yeah.
Jaguars, Titans.
Jags.
Titans.
Jags.
That's a wild pick.
It's the mustache, isn't
Wild
it?
pick.
You like that
It's the
mustache?
Nah,
Minshew
man.
stash, baby.
Derrick Henry's gonna run over that team.
No.
I think Titans is a solid team, man. Even that they were close with Denver.
Yeah, but they missed 4 field goals.
Yeah,
I mean, that game shouldn't be close at
it shouldn't.
all.
That-
Bill
the
Belichick
number-
is a genius.
But okay,
Again.
all right. If you're
Bill
Jaguars,
Belichick
thinking
is
the
a
same thing.
genius.
Hip surgery?
If-
Nah.
but if,
Nah.
Get out of here.
if Jaguars get the first pick, what do? You're still a Minshew guy, or are you going
Trevor Lawrence?
Trevor Lawrence?
I hope not.
Right.
I hope we got the second pick.
Bro, if the Giants had the first pick, I'd take Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, of course. you
Trevor
would.
Lawrence is. Yeah. All right. Vikings, Colts.
Mm.
Oh man, I don't really want to pick on this.
It's
Vikings.
pick your poison.
Vikings.
I take Vikings. They have to get the. I mean,
You
they
know
gotta
what's
win.
funny? The Colts is favored by 3.
Till Philip Rivers proves
Did
he's
somebody
not
get hurt
Phillip
on the
Rivers.
Vikings?
Till
I
he
don't
proves
know,
he's
bro.
not gonna throw 3
Yeah.
interceptions in a
I
game.
don't know who's hurt on Vikings, but right now it says
Colts lost
in
Mac.
the yeah.
Oh, I
favored
gotta
by
see
3.
that line. I might take that. I mean,
Yeah,
Vikings.
what the-
Oh,
yeah,
our picks are not finalized until probably Saturday night or Sunday morning. Again, we'll post. that
We'll
on
just do the
Instagram.
Thursday tonight. Tomorrow's game.
Yeah, Thursday. Yeah,
we'll
do
pick
it.
our.
exactly.
Yeah.
So don't be coming. Hey, you said this. Nah, hold
No,
on.
hold
Time out.
on. Let the rosters come out. The IR reports, the injury
yeah,
list.
Exactly. Bills, Dolphins.
Bills.
Mm-hmm.
They're a good team. Guys.
Bills.
Rams, Eagles.
Rams.
Eagles.
Okay.
I'll go away.
Hot
I
take.
think.
That's a hot
No,
take.
they're favored by 1.
I
Eagles?
honestly, I
Yeah.
mean, come on,
Rams.
guys. Like, if Eagles lose again, it's like the same thing as the Cowboys, right? But they're
That's what I'm
playing.
saying. They're trying to outdo each other.
Yeah, I guess so, but I think Eagles are gonna take this game.
Yeah, because supposedly Eagles, they have a good defense. Their secondary is supposed to be really good, but
Supposedly the Eagles.
I mean,
are trash.
everybody. We didn't see a lot of bad play, but guys, it was week 1 with no
Yeah.
preseason, no practice. You know what I mean? So I think the teams like that really surprised us, kind of playing bad. I think are gonna surprise us playing really good and showing their potentials. Yeah, of course. But that front, I mean, come on, Philly got a good offensive line as well.
So do the Cowboys.
Aaron Donald's a
Yeah,
filthy
but
animal.
that's what I'm saying. They have to win.
Broncos, Steelers.
Steelers.
Ooh, that's a good
Wow,
one.
that's a really good game.
That's gonna be a low scoring.
Wow.
I think so too. Yo, Jerry Judy, man.
I gotta give it to the Broncos.
He's
His
gonna
route
be-
running, wow.
He's gonna be the
You
next
said
Devontae Adams.
Yeah, you said him, but
Judy
this
is gonna
guy,
be another Devontae Adams.
he's good.
Not with Drew Lock.
Oh, you see that?
What?
footwork?
Well, Drew Lock,
Drew Lock's not Aaron Rodgers.
he kind
What?
of overthrew a couple of balls.
Thank
but that's
you.
all right.
Yo.
He proved my point from before. He's not an
Guys,
Aaron
we
Rodgers.
have minimal
time-
time here.
All right,
Guys.
next.
Drew Lock has a rocket in his arm. It's
He
a
does.
rocket.
He
And
does.
But he's
always
not Aaron
overthrows.
Rodgers.
Yeah, it's his second year in the league. What do you guys expect?
But are
Rodgers,
you?
lights
We're
out.
talking about Aaron Rodgers. We're not saying he's bad. He's saying compared to Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
That's what I mean. Like he's a good
Like,
quarterback, but
think
he's not
about
gonna be
Judy.
Aaron Rodgers.
With like Russell Wilson.
But Drew Lock has potential.
Oh yeah, he
has
definitely
potential.
second year.
Panthers Bucks. Oh, that's gonna be good.
Bucks.
But
The Bucks.
Yeah.
I got the Bucks.
because they're in division, yeah, and they're favored 9
Didn't Panthers just lose last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
to the Raiders.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Let's go Vegas.
Yeah, I told you guys that, yo. I picked
The
them
bookies
too.
were on
Oh,
that.
yeah,
I
you
picked them
did,
too.
you did, you did.
Yeah,
The
but I
bookies were
knew
on
they
the
were gonna
stand.
win.
They were under
Josh
the
Jacobs
grass.
a monster, guys. Watch out for the kid. Josh Jacobs
Oh,
is
yeah.
a monster.
Washington Cardinals.
Ooh, Cardinals.
Cardinals. Let's go, Murray, baby. We need 40 points this week.
Chiefs Chargers.
Chiefs.
Chiefs. Can we just put Chiefs for the whole year?
Ravens Texans.
Ravens.
Lamar. For week 1.
Lamar.
Yo, drop 35, bro.
I hope. No, I don't play you, so you can drop 35.
Here's a goody one. And the Sunday night game, Patriots Seahawks.
Ooh.
Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Sorry. I'm a Patriots fan. I think.
As a realist, yeah.
I'd say Patriots.
Oh,
I'll take my team. You know what?
Good.
Why not?
I gotta try to win.
Because we've been on the same page. We can't have the same record. Some people gotta
But
go another
maybe
way.
towards the end of the week,
Yeah,
it might
we'll
change.
see. Maybe Russell Wilson like falls and like sprains his ankle for a week or something. You know what I mean? Knock on wood. I said
bro.
for 1 week,
Okay,
just
knock on
against
wood,
us.
knock on wood,
I
knock
did.
on
I
wood.
did.
These
Just
picks don't really count on
it doesn't.
records.
No,
What you put on that paper.
it does.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I'm just saying for a week, man.
This is
I mean,
right
just a
off-
little.
This
You
is
know?
just,
Gets like-
this is early birds.
Pre-injury report.
Free
And finally, Monday night is Saints Raiders.
Saints. Wait, did Johnson play this week?
I
You guys
would-
on a bye already?
No, we said them.
We said Giants.
Early,
We
Giants.
picked
Bears.
Bears.
Oh, John's
Bears,
Bears.
yes.
Sorry. Mitchell Trubisky just,
So
Really
we got
blown
the
out.
Saints. All right, I think we've practically covered everything. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to check us out on Instagram. Like, share, subscribe our videos. Hopefully, we're going to be releasing these ones weekly now. Yeah, thank you so much. Until the next one, I'm Ali, Masi, Mike, and Mubasha.
Till next
Peace.
time, guys.
Peace.
Take care.